Yo, people, it seems like Benjamin Sesko is now definitely 100 million% the guy that Arsenal want going forward. Let's look into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be in the world. And today, gonna talk about a little update that happened throughout the day regarding Arsenal and Benjamin Sesko. Sorry, I'm talking on this one a bit late in the day after it broke, but I was out playing football golf. Won't lie, very fun. So, agent in London for explosive Arsenal striker talks after Berta changes top target. Yeah, Arsenal have changed striker targets and are now in negotiations to sign Benjamin Sesko. According to a trusted reporter, though they could face competition from a fierce Premier League rival for his services. If I was going to take a wild stab in the dark, they're probably talking about Chelsea there. But look, it has been widely reported in recent weeks that Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta has convinced Arteta to pursue Sporting CP's Victor Gyökeres instead. Indeed, reports in the Portuguese press have claimed Berta has submitted an opening bid for Gyökeres. However, Arsenal have switched their attention back to Sesko, whom they missed out on last summer. Sky Germany journalist Florian Plettenberg, Florian, where art thou, Florian, has confirmed that the current focus is on Sesko, while Gyökeres remains high on the list. According to Plettenberg, who is a trustworthy source for Bundesliga news, negotiations between Arsenal and Leipzig over Sesko have begun. Yeah. Now, I actually saw his tweet, and big up Florian, yeah, because Florian, I won't lie to anyone, yeah, he's a very solid source when it does come to German football. So because it is him reporting on the Arsenal Benjamin Sesko stuff, obviously Benjamin Sesko playing for by the way, I'm cold for the way I'm saying his name, plays for RB Leipzig that are in the Bundesliga. I do trust what he says. And look, negotiations between, and it's a Florian exclusive, negotiations between RB Leipzig and Arsenal regarding Benjamin Sesko have begun. A few days ago, there was already a meeting between the executives Marcel Schäfer, maybe, and Andrea Berta in London. It remains unclear whether Arsenal are able to afford the full package. Discussions are currently ongoing about a possible payment structure. The release clause is set at over 80 million euros, which works out to around about 67 million pounds. Victor Gyökeres is still high on the list. The current focus is on Sesko. Now, from everything that I've been reading, at least, it seems like Arsenal's original main target was Sesko, then call it a market opportunity and something that Berta wanted to explore, because he's been exploring a lot of options. It's not just Gyökeres. He's been exploring a lot of forward options. He's been making a lot of calls, a lot of contacts, and this is essentially part of his role. And maybe us Arsenal fans are finding it a bit, let's say, surprising, because we're not used to a sporting director actually moving like a sporting director. But it does seem that Arsenal have switched back their focus to Sesko, and the player wants to move. He wants Arsenal from everything I'm reading and hearing, it's being reported Arsenal is his top destination. And that's probably music to Arteta's ears because Sesko is Arteta's like number one striker. He probably believes he can mold him into the perfect striker that he needs for his system. Which, I mean, I hear it. You know, it's unfortunate because I feel like Gyökeres is the perfect striker for anybody, but, you know, me and Arteta obviously see things different. But he's got a whole data team behind him, and, you know, whether we like it or not, that data team is looking at very specific metrics that Arteta feels like plays well into our system. And it must just mean that, you know, the data points that they're looking at that strengthen strengthen, improve, or upgrade the system. Sesko is just hitting those numbers a lot better than Gyökeres. That's all it can really mean. But still, Gyökeres isn't ruled out. You know, he's still high on the list that is mentioned in this. So I don't think that there's any real scare that he won't still end up at Arsenal. I still have hope. You know, a lot of people may call it hopium, but I'm pretty confident now in the fact that we are going to sign Sesko. I feel like it's one of those ones where Arteta's gone, I beg, can we just get this one done? That's what he's gone. He's gone. He's spoken to Berta. He's probably spoken to Berta, spoken to Josh, and gone, look, like, I don't want another season of not getting my top targets. Like, please, I beg, can I just have my number one? Like, can I just have my number one, please? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what it's like? Yeah. This is the analogy that I'll make here. Gyökeres is the PS5. Yeah. Sesko is the Xbox One. At least I think that's the latest Xbox. Now, I'm a Sony man. Always have been, always will be. I think the PS5 is better. But Arteta, he's one of them man that just love Xbox because, online is free. Xbox has the best party chat. Xbox exclusives. Halo. Gears of War. Do you know what I mean? He's just that guy. and he's like, yeah, I mean, I could get the PS5 and, you know, probably play the same games apart from a few, but I just really like the Xbox controller. I just think the Xbox controller is better. I really want the Xbox. So, you know what I mean? It's just a case of like, yeah, he just wants Sesko. And look, you know, I'm at the point now where it's like, because those of you that know me, yeah, or have been watching my streams, and big up to all of you that support me. I can't lie, the support especially over the last week has been immense to see. We've grown quite a lot in a week. I've lost faith in Arteta as my manager. I won't lie, and I do want him. I do want him gone. I'm not going to scream it from the rooftops all the time, but just so for all the new people that are coming through, just so you understand where I'm at, because I'm also the person that I'm just not going to come out and just slew the club all the time and slew the manager all the time. I'm always going to try and look at like nuances and try and make a balanced argument on why certain things are happening. And, you know, I completely understand the club backing Arteta on this one. But I do believe that Berta wants him as well, and I think this is the nuance that's leaving the conversation, because it's not Berta wants Gyökeres and Gyökeres only, and it's not Arteta wants Sesko or Sesko only. It's the club and everyone involved at the club, and the way that they analyze players and the way that they gather data and the way that they measure certain metrics for players. Sesko is the top target based on all of that, and Arteta wants the top target. And but whether people like this or not, Berta hasn't come in to take over. He hasn't come in to take over. He's come in to ensure that there's someone experienced enough with the right credentials that does the right things, that has the right connections, that can make things happen for the manager of the club to have the best tools at his disposal. And they just believe that Sesko is the best tool. So, look, people, Let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. I'm saying that I think that we probably get this deal done from anywhere between £60 million to £75 million. And I think that, by the time the transfer window opens, I wouldn't be surprised within like maybe the first 3 to 5 days of the transfer window, you see us Zubamendi sign, Benjamin Sesko sign, and I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna sign Sane on a free. So that's my prediction for Arsenal's first three signings of the window. A cheeky horse in the race as well is Joan Garcia from Espanyol. But yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Yeah, man. Just yeah.